Really, it was just the story of failed rallies. So at the beginning of the year, you have this new low created in March and a rally, but we did not get back to new highs. It would be a failed rally, sold down again through May. That's where I have that number 2 written. Another failed rally, failed to make a new high and another new low. So we start a new low in June, and this is a period where we had really high inflation, and people started seeing, well, prices aren't going to keep growing at that pace, and they said, well, that's probably peak inflation's behind us. And that started a pretty long rally that lasted through August. Now, this did break the prior high, but it didn't get past the high from March, April. So we are still, yeah, so it's about 7% off of that.
Right.
So it's still a failed rally, and then creating another new low in October to this recent high that we had in December, which I think is going to end up being, again, another failed rally.
So we don't think that the worst has passed us yet. Probably retesting those lows at least, if not possibly more. My guess is probably is getting close to the end, though, of this downward trend, but not just yet. Let me explain a golden cross. A golden cross is when the 50-day moving average is below the 200-day moving average, and then it begins to pass that 200-day, meaning that the 50-day enthusiasm is greater than the previous 200-day enthusiasm.
Right, and those are trading days, so it's about, there's 21 trading days in a month.
Right.
So about 2.5 months of more optimism, market moving higher than what you saw in the last 200 days.
So what are we looking at here, Chris?
So I drew the last couple times that this has happened. So going back, there's a 5-year chart. So we can see in the end of 2018, we had circled in red, that's a death cross. That's that 50-day blue line going below the 200-day. Well, fast forward a few months, and now I circled in green, which I should have circled in gold, I'm just realizing that now, is the golden cross where the blue line, the 50-day, is moving above the 200-day. Now, as a trading signal, this would not have been a good signal. You would have sold and bought right back in at similar prices. So you really didn't get any good signal there. But what signal you did get is it went on to make new highs.
Right.
So this is saying you have all that optimism building up, and certainly technical traders do trade off of this. And we went on and made another new high in 2020. Now, the same thing in the center of our chart is 2020. We had that death cross. A few months later, this was that really strong V-shaped recovery. Well, you get the golden cross back up. Again, not a good trading signal here, but we went on for that sustained rally again, year and a half or so, where the blue line was significantly higher. We get into this year, circled in red, where we had the death cross, and we haven't gotten very close at all until recently, where there's been some short-term optimism and for the 50-day closing the gap. But again, we're not there yet.
And that's the thing that we're looking for, because one, it's not just a technical indicator. It's not that, oh, all of a sudden the stars have aligned, right?
Right.
It's that there's enough uncertainty being cleared out of the system in the current prices that prices are beginning to increase on average relative to where they were on the 200 days. So it's the market saying, most of this uncertainty is clear. We're looking for that as a good signal to start to be constructive on the market.